My name is Luis, and uh, the purpose of this video is to talk about the purpose of my channel, this channel on YouTube. Well, this video is gonna be the we can say that my personal experience since my start, my development on my spirituality. We can call it the awakening of my spiritual consciousness and the evolution of the human soul. As we know, well, in this video, I'm gonna explain first, or I'm gonna tell my story, and after that, I'm going to go into more the basic things to know. I mean, I'm gonna share with you all the knowledge that I learned for the last almost 13 years. And first than anything, I gotta say that English is not my first language, so maybe I'm gonna make some mistakes. So please just don't judge me, and just if you don't understand something, well, let me know, and I'm gonna try to explain it even better. And I give you, and at the end, always I'm gonna try to give you a practice or to do something. So this way, you gonna be able to evolve. Uh, I will say faster than anybody else because the knowledge that I'm going to share with you is very, we can call it, it's very unknown knowledge, but it's true knowledge because knowledge is only one, is the truth. You know, whatever what any other thing is we can call it information, misinformation, or however you're gonna call it. But the things that I'm gonna share with you is knowledge. Okay, I'm gonna start first with my experience. Like as as I say, like 13 years ago, I used to be like I used to have like a life like any human life. You know, any human being. I mean, I used to go. You know, I used to have my routine, and I believe that many millions of people they have their own routine. You know, it's like what you do when you get up, and then you can take breakfast, then you go to work. From work, you go back to the house. I don't know, just take dinner and go to sleep, and mostly Saturdays going to a party or going to a nightclub. Sometimes not much, or doing something, you know, to to I don't know, just to kill the time. And again Sunday, you know, like and Sunday just like getting ready to start another week again. Basically, that was my routine. That was my life, you know. And at the beginning, I was like, I wasn't because I wasn't awake. I wasn't aware about what is spirituality. I didn't. I could say like I didn't care about it, you know, because all that I knew, it was just that my physical, my daily life, physical work, my daily life existence, you know, like you know, like everybody has a name. Everybody is a daughter or a son, or you can be dad or mom or granddaughter, you know, or niece or whatever. You know, you have a family. Or many times you don't have any family, but well, that's the normal thing. You know, there's the existence of a human body in any kind of, well, in a nation, then in a city, or in a state, in a city, and then in a town, or
Se ve
in a
muy,
neighborhood.
muy extraño.
That was my routine basically, and I gotta say that before that my first or my
Como se
spiritual
da a
awakening
entender en el
experience
video,
happened
las
to me
misteriosas figuras impactaron tanto a
before
los
I heard
trabajadores que
the
simplemente
word
no quisieron seguir trabajando
spirituality.
en el lugar.
But
Ellos bien
because you
sabían
know
que estas
all
cosas
the when
aparecieron
I
de un
heard
lugar a otro.
that
No
word,
estaban allí la noche. Sin embargo, lo más impactante de
what
todo
I saw,
ocurrió
what
delante
was
de sus
what they
ojos,
were, I don't know, trying to
sin
sell
que al
you or trying to
parecer se
sell
dieran
as
cuenta,
spirituality. You know, it was
ya que
like
en un momento a
all
otro
these
se ve como una figura parecida a un
the new
rostro
age guru kind of
aparece y
things that they're trying
desaparece
to sell
frente a
you,
la
not
cámara.
to get to get millionaire, to become a millionaire, you know, with the law of attraction, all this stuff that anybody
Déjame reproducir
can
nuevamente el
say that
registro.
they can
Esta
teach
vez
you.
añadiré efectos de
And because
luces
of
a ver
that,
si lo logras distinguir.
well, I thought that I was thinking that spirituality was just, you know, it was like a I don't know, like a poor, like a fake
¿Podrá ser
we
esto
can call it
coincidencia?
como
Son
like a
muchas las
fake,
interrogantes que se
like
abren
a
a
fake
partir de esta
thing, you know.
situación.
So that's why every time that I
Primero,
heard, oh yeah, you can,
¿quién o qué habrá
you
sido el
need to
autor de
develop
estas
your
extrañas
spirituality, you know,
figuras?
to get in connection with your spirituality.
¿Guardarán alguna
And I saw what
relación
they
con la
offer,
muerte de
so
su
I never
mascota?
became, and then
Y
never
lo más
took my
importante,
attention. So
¿cómo es que se puede
that's why I
desvanecer
was
de esta
thinking that
forma?
this was fake.
Preguntas que no hacen más que
But
afirmar que
I
los
gotta say,
fenómenos
then
paranormales
everything
son cada
started
vez
to
más
change.
evidentes, con pruebas
You
tan
can call it like
tangibles como las que
360
acabamos de
degrees.
ver y que nos
Um,
demuestran que estamos
Before I used
conviviendo
to be
con
a very
cosas que aún
materialistic
no
guy,
logramos
I used to thinking
comprender.
just about how to make more
Yo espero
money
que este
or
video te
how
haya
to make
gustado debido a que ya hemos
money
llegado a
for
su fin.
faster,
Soy
without
Breakman
doing that
y
much
este ha
work and
sido tu
all that kind of
break.
stuff. That and some things that I did like it works and some things not. But the point here is that when one moment when I was thinking, or my goal was, my goal at the short term, it was like, I just want to buy this kind of car because there's a car that I like it, and I don't buy new clothes, and just go to a club, just go to the most expensive club that I'm gonna be able to find, or there in my city, and that was my goal. I was like, when if I ever reach that, I know that I'm gonna reach it at that point, that experience, that moment, and I'm gonna be very happy. I'm gonna be the happiest human being in the world. Well, I was thinking like that, and then that day became real. I went to the dealer to get the car that I want. I was happy. I was having money in my pocket to spend that night. I was wearing nice clothes. I was going with a girl, and I was thinking, man, this is real life. This is what real life means. There can be no more than this. There's nothing better than this. And I gotta say that night was probably the most. No, well, in that moment was the most. I can say amazing night of my life. And well, that was I was thinking at that moment, and I was thinking, man, after this I can die. That don't care anything else. I just was living life. I was thinking like that because I did know knew anything about spirituality or about this knowledge that really really very few people knows, because all that you hear about spirituality is the new age gurus or um what's the term, or this new age gurus and coach that they tell you, or they trying to sell you as a spirituality, how to get rich with the law of attraction, how to manifest things, and all the kind of stuff. That they believe that that's spirituality, but because they don't know what is real spirituality, they don't have experience a real spiritual, conscious and transcendental experience that can change, like 360 degrees your way to experience existence, or your existence in this moment, at this life, this lifetime. So well, after that after that night passed, like the best night of my life, according to me at that time. It was like, it went like 2 or 3 weeks after that. I don't know where I started to feeling. First, I started feeling kind of boring, and then I started to feeling lonely, and then I started feeling depression, but I don't nothing, and I could not understand, and I was feeling like something. I was feeling like, I don't know if I'm gonna try to explain it, but I feel like some emptiness, like if something was if I was missing something, but I didn't knew what was that. I was the feeling was like, if I need to do something, because I need to do it because I want to do it, but I don't know what. I didn't knew what was that. I don't know what was that thing that I want to do, but I didn't know what to do, and I was feeling empty, and I was feeling lonely without doing that I didn't knew what was. As well as kind of some way to explain it, and then because it went one day and two and three, and I still having this feeling, this urgency to do something, but I didn't knew what was that. So I started feeling more depressed and depressed, and probably in 1 week after that, the best day of my life, I was feeling the most depressive days and emptiness and loneliness days of my entire lifetime. And I didn't knew what to think about it because according to me it was perfect the last week, and now it was like a nightmare, and I didn't knew what was that. Well, then that day that changed my entire life forever came. Um, I went to work because I used to have two jobs, one in the morning, one in the evening. Then I went to work both, and I came. It was like a good day. It wasn't a hard day really, and I came like earlier to my room, and then I went and but when I get to my apartment, it was probably like 7:30 p.m. And I was thinking what to do, because I wasn't, I don't know, I wasn't feeling like if I need to sleep like at all. So I was thinking, what should I do? Or what can I do before, I don't know, 11 or 12 that I was planning to go to sleep. But I didn't think about anything, and I was just thinking when I just got the apartment, I opened the door, and that was something strange because nobody was in the whole apartment. The whole apartment was in silence. And it was only me and even the neighbors. I don't know, but nobody was doing any noise. And I was thinking, wow, that's great. This I'm coming home like earlier, and plus there's nobody around, so everything's quiet, just perfect. And I was just thinking, I'm just gonna go and lay down. I don't know, like 5 minutes, to just I don't know, just to think what I'm going to do. And then I don't know, just gonna go to the fridge to get something to eat, something to drink, and that was my plan, for the next, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes. And that's what I did. I opened my room, I closed the door, and I turned on the lights because I was like, I don't know if it's weird or not, but I like to, at that time, I used to like a lot to sleep with the light on because that way I was feeling like if the sun was, I don't know, was giving me his light. But it was just like that. And then, well, I turned on the LED light, and I was all right. I'm gonna just lay down for 5 minutes until, well, when I figure out what I'm gonna do. And I was all right. I just laid down like that, like. And I was thinking, yeah, I'm just gonna close my eyes for 5 minutes, and then I'm gonna relax, and then I'm gonna stand up, and I'm gonna go to the fridge to get something to drink. All right, that was my plan for the next 5 minutes. Then I lay down, I close my eyes, and probably I can calculate probably in 5 seconds. Right away when I lay down and I close my eyes, out of nowhere, I start to feeling sensations that I never felt before, and it was weird, but it wasn't scary. It was enjoying those feelings. Even that these feelings were like happened in 2 seconds or less, and then when I was laying down, the first thing that I felt, it was like a tone, like a frequency, like a ring kind of thing on my both ears. But it started like very very low. I mean like very very low volume, and it started going up like right away, like in a crazy way. And then that happens. I could say in less than a second that happened. Then after that, but I can tell you that because the brain is very fast. So I start to after those feel after that beat that I was feeling right away that beep, ends. I felt um like some kind of worm, and I don't know. I can say that it was worm and a good feeling energy, like a charge of energy over my body from down from my toes to my head. But that this happened also probably with the beep and this charge. It happens like 1 second. Okay, this happened 1 second, and then right after that, this feeling, this energy, beautiful energy, and enjoyable feeling ends. right away I start to feeling like literally if somebody was I can describe it like this: if I were I don't know some kind of toy, and somebody was just shaking me, but very 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 fast, like a mosquito, no, like a how a mosquito flies, like the wings of a mosquito, like that, but it was like that, and after and that lasts maybe for half of a second. So the all the after these feelings ends this experience. It was like 1.5 or maybe 2 seconds, and after this feeling ends, like I start feeling I didn't knew at that moment what was that, but I start to feel very very. I mean, like I was conscious. I was 100% conscious. I start to feel how start to levitating. And when I was feeling how I'm going to up because I was starting levitating, I start to losing the the feeling of having a weight, the weight of my physical body. I didn't feel any kind of weight. I didn't feel like I know I can feel my back, but I didn't feel any weight because weight is kind of hard to describe, but that's the way it is. And then I was thinking, what was going on? After that this happens, I was thinking, what was going on? It was weird, but it was enjoyable. And I still, at that moment, still with my eyes closed, but I noticed that I don't have weight, and I kind of imagine because the feeling I kind of always imagine that I was floating, but I was thinking but I was thinking this happens on seconds because the brain can think like in milliseconds. So I started thinking, what was going on? If this just like no more than 5 seconds that I was laying down, now all these feelings, and now I don't feel any weight. And I was thinking, nah. I was thinking, what was going on? I mean, like, I didn't get scared. But after, I don't know, like 5 seconds that I lost the feeling of my physical weight, I kind of, with the mind, you can kind of measure like where you're going, if you're going up, you're going down, or what position are your body is. And I was kind of imagine, I was looking myself, how I was going out, and I was going out, my body floating, like maybe like I don't know, almost like 2 meters. I would like no, like a meter and a half, like 1 meter and a half above my bed, and then even that I have my eyes closed, I start to notice that the intense of the light of the light of my room. It was getting more intense and more. We can say that. Well, I knew kind of that I was getting closer to the light of my room, and I didn't think why, but I just knew, because the light was getting more intense, even that I was my eyes closed, and then I decided to open my eyes. And I was thinking, well, I'm gonna open my eyes because I want to know what happens. I'm not gonna do nothing. I'm just gonna open my eyes, no move anything. Open my eyes. I'm gonna see what's going on. And then I start opening my eyes, and when I open my eyes, my both eyes at the same time. What was the first thing that I saw? I saw the same like maroon, but 1.5 meters closer to my view. And I was thinking, what? What's going on? This, I was like, you know, this is not a dream because it's only happens in like 5 seconds, and I doesn't even have any kind of feeling to sleep, or I wasn't even tired, and I was like, what was that? What was this? What's going on? But it didn't get scared. I was more curious about what was going on than to think like something's wrong or anything like that. And then I decide to move one of my arms in front of my view and my eyes, one of my arms, to see what's going on. Then I move the first arm and then the second arm in front of my eyes, and I noticed that I could see through my arms, through my hands. I could still see very brightly the light of my room, very close. And then I move away my hands, and I see that my hands, not my hands, but I see my legs, that even my legs, I could see through them because my body, it was not anymore a physical body. It was a white light energy body. That's what I really was. That's my real, eternal, and divine form. It was humanoid because the shape is humanoid, it's like a human, but no hair. Okay, I gotta say this, not penis. Okay, I gotta say this, no ass. No butt hole, but yes, I still have in my eyes and my ears, even that I was listening very little. I mean, very few things, and I was thinking, and when I understand at that moment when I saw my body in that state, I right away my brain remembers and understand that what and when I say I say oh, we all humans are the same thing. Okay, so I realized that I was not a human physical biological being in reality, that my real form, it was this humanoid shape, but instead of flesh and bones, what we know as matter, I was made, or I am made, of white, bright, luminous, I can call it, light. It was amazing, it was beautiful. And with that understanding, I understand right away that the mind, my mind, our mind, each one of your minds, is not part or is not created by the physical human brain. It's something else than that. Because after that I saw this, my form, like my real form, I moved my head down to my bed, and I saw my physical human biological body laying down just exactly how I was just laying down 5 seconds. I mean, like 15 seconds already ago, you know? So when see my body over there, and I understand it that I was not physical body, but it was my real form, it's my real being, my real high self being. I also understand that as well as the mind is not part of the physical body, it's not created by the physical body. This body of light is also not part, I mean, it's not created by the physical body. But instead of we are just a physical human biological body, we are two beings, different beings in one. Because a real being, a real, we can call it original, eternal, divine form is this energy body. We can call it soul with a mind, you know, and a consciousness. The consciousness is part of the mind because the mind has all the memories and it creates consciousness according to the experiences that you are having on each one of your lifetimes. So at that moment, I understand in less than a minute what many, I don't know, philosophers, people, all these centuries have never figured it out. or they are always looking for this answer. I figure out who we really are, that we are not only a physical body, but in reality or real and eternal form is just like energy, being, body with a mind and spirit. So we are the fusion of these three, I will call it divine, eternal, and unseparable or undivided things, gift, divine gifts, creations, divine creations. We're spirit, we are soul, and we are mind. Consciousness is in the mind already. So we are the fusion of spirit, soul, and mind. That's what we are really are. And that being the fusion of that make that like conscious, spiritual, eternal, divine being. And that being will never die. That's why we are. We are really eternal beings. But not in a physical form, but in a spiritual, energetic form. I realized that in less than a minute. When all these philosophers and all these years, and right now still people still asking themselves. Supposedly they are not, they dedicate years studying philosophy and all that kind of stuff, and they cannot figure out yet. Why is that? Something very important, because they never have been able to have a, a real, transcendental, conscious, spiritual, personal experience, which I was having at that moment, at that time. So that was the event. I'm calling it that. That was the event. That was the experience, the spiritual. I'm gonna try to explain this. I say personal because it's personal. You know, it was my own experience. Personal, transcendental. Why transcendental? Because after experience like this, you will never be again the same before. It was gonna change you forever. It's gonna change your consciousness. It's gonna change your amplitude of your way of see things or understand everything else. So it's personal, transcendental, conscious. Why this conscious thing is very important? Because any real and powerful and real divine, I mean the best, I mean the most amazing things experience that can happen to you, you gotta be conscious. You gotta be conscious all the time. You cannot be, I don't know, you cannot go to sleep or in a state of hypnosis, not because you're not conscious. If you're not conscious, you're never gonna be sure if the experience is real or it's not real. Maybe it could be you fall asleep. It could be the your brain that was making that experience, but it wasn't real. So personal, transcendental, conscious, spiritual, because it was a spiritual, metaphysical experience, and obviously I can call it experience. So the whole thing, the whole concept is personal, transcendental, conscious, spiritual experience. Just take as my example all the things that I got to tell you. You know how was my experience, so you can study and understand what is a real, personal, transcendental, conscious, lifetime change experience, a spiritual lifetime change experience. So if anybody else tells you, "Oh, I have a lot of experience. Oh, but I have this spiritual thing when I was just meditating. or when I fall asleep and I knew that after that I went to another world, or I was in a law of attraction, I did was an experience, or I was doing yoga. Those are not real spiritual experiences because it doesn't have all these five things that I'm telling you, that I'm explaining you. So right now, try to study to understand very well this because we can evolve very, very fast through real, transcendental, spiritual, and universal knowledge combined with a practice that is gonna make you experience your own personal, transcendental, conscious, spiritual experience. This is how we are going to evolve very, very fast. Because if you, I don't know, you are just researching and researching a lot of knowledge, but you don't know, I'm not sure which is misinformation, which are lies, which are just beliefs, which are is pseudo spiritual teachings, you know, then you're never gonna grow up because you don't know which is real and which is not. So what I'm telling you right here, right now, is that I'm gonna share the most important and transcendental spiritual knowledge and experiences that I have in this last, well, for the last 13 years of everyday researching, seeking, um, analyzing, confirming, um, okay, how can I say, comprehending and understanding knowledge and experiences. So you don't have to go through the same thing than me because it's gonna take you 13 years or more because I was every day learning, reading, watching, studying, analyzing all kind of knowledge, information, you know. But through these 13 years, I learned and I meet, I'm gonna say, brothers and sisters that teach me how to discern real knowledge because knowledge is only one, knowledge is truth, and how to discern from beliefs, ideas, um, New Age teachings, Hinduism beliefs, teachings also, though, because Hinduism also has no real knowledge or very little. And from all, well, as you know, religions are based on beliefs, not real knowledge and experiences, and transcendental experiences. And but that's, well, let's put it like this: you don't have to everyday research, studying, analyzing, comprehend, understand, and discerning information every single day for the last 13 years because I'm gonna share with you the most important things. So you don't have to do that every day hard job. So imagine 13 years that took me almost 16,000 or more hours of my life dedicated to this because my desire my curious was really, really big. That's why I accomplished this. I right now I still cannot understand how I did it, but I did it. Well, that and plus all the experience that I have, that I've been having, well, that I have already. But after that, I'm gonna share with you and explain to you, and gonna make you understand and comprehend all this real spiritual knowledge, the way that I'm going to show you, to prove you that what I'm sharing with you is real universal truth knowledge, is because I'm gonna give you my own personal explanation and technique and practice. So at the end, that you have already this knowledge that is necessary to understand what you can be, what are you going to experience, and how to, like kind of like have a guide. So you are gonna have your own personal, transcendental, conscious, spiritual experience. That's my way. That's my way to show you, to prove you that what I'm teaching you, that what I'm going to teach you, what I'm going to share with you is truth. It's real spiritual truth. It's not beliefs. It's not ideas. It's not that somebody told me. It's not that I saw this. No, it's real things. So you're gonna have a theory, knowledge, real knowledge, and transcendental, and very known knowledge, and very deep and profound and amazing knowledge, plus the confirmation through your own personal, transcendental, conscious, amazing spiritual experience. And not only that, but after that, if you still having a doubt that what you're going to experience, we are going to experience it together, conscious, together, having a transcendental experience, but not now personal only, but in a collective. So there's not gonna be doubt because everybody going. We're gonna be. Oh yeah, yeah, oh yeah, yeah. After that, we have the experience. We're gonna see that everybody has the same experience. That we were conscious and it was real. That's how you're going to eliminate any kind of doubt of your mind. That what I was going to teach you, what we are going to experience, something super. I mean, I can describe it just like beautiful and amazing. There is no other word. There's no words to describe it because the experience that you're gonna be able to do it, to experience by yourself with the things that I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna teach you. You know, you are gonna have this experience. The first one is gonna be by yourself, your own personal experience, so you can experience it by yourself. You see that I'm not doing nothing. You are doing the thing, so you're gonna learn how to do it. But then we're gonna experience it in a group, in a collective. We can be whatever, any kind of people that already learned at that time. It can be 10, 100,000, 100,000. If we can reach that number, 100,000, that can be watching all this that I'm gonna share with you, and we are all these 100,000 ready, we can having this experience, these 100,000 conscious souls at the same time, and this is gonna be amazing. This is gonna be beautiful because that is what a real purpose of existence on this planet is all about. To experience an amazing, beautiful, transcendental, conscious, spiritual experience all together as one. No more divisions, no more borders, no ideologies, nothing. The only Ideology is love, oneness. That's what we are meant to do and reach at this planet. Now, after all this 16,000 and 13 years of every day, searching all that I say, now I know it. And now you know it. You don't have to do all those years every day. Now I'm sharing with you. You just learn what is the purpose of your life, of my life, of every single human being on this planet, lifetimes. Now you know it. You know, we start very fast. Now you know something that will take you more than 16,000 hours of every day, 13 years, researching, investigating all this stuff. Now you know it in less than an hour. That's amazing. We're going very fast. Well, that's the beginning of this. There's only one thing that I can you be sure 100%. First is that this, if you take this, let me call it challenge, let me call it opportunity, let me call it experience. If you take this chance with me, I can guarantee you, no 100, 1,000%, that if you finish this, I'ma call it, um, we can call it or not, um, spiritual consciousness evolution, growth, or name it as whatever you want. But if you give me the chance to share and to teach you, to share with you, and to make you have the most amazing, incredible, unbelievable experience of your life for maybe this 5 months that or 6 months that this whole knowledge is going through your mind, your everything. If you give me the chance, I can assure you 1,000% sure that you're gonna have the most amazing experience that you ever had. And not only you, all anybody who wants to experience this. And maybe you are thinking right now, oh yeah, but I want to hear the price. What kind of price? Maybe it's gonna be around like $1,000, $10,000. And now all of this is going to be free. Why free? If this can be the most amazing experience of your life with real higher spiritual universal truth, knowledge, and experiences, why it's free? You will understand as we're going advancing in the days. I need to give you this knowledge, you know, step by step, because I cannot tell you what is at what was the final things or the most complex and amazing stuff what that you're gonna learn, because you ain't going to understand it, you ain't going to believe it, because you need to go, gradually develop, the power, the expansion of your consciousness and your mind power and ability and capacity to understand reality in a more deep, beautiful, and at the same time simple and amazing way. And you can be a I don't know, like a quantum physicist. And if you decide to give me the chance to share with you this, you will also experience this. This is for every single human being. Doesn't matter if you're a quantum physicist, if you are a Christian, it doesn't matter if you're a Muslim, doesn't matter any kind of religion, every single human being is invited to experience this, to learn this. And it's going to be free. Why? Because real knowledge, it needs to be shared with every single human being. Because that's the only way that a civilization that believes or that says that thinks, or an intelligent civilization can evolve, into a higher complex civilizations. We can call it a star travel, interdimensional travel civilization. This is the only way. Share everything. Well, gotta be obviously real knowledge, because you cannot start sharing misinformation, belief like right now. Everybody's doing that. But real knowledge needs to be shared with everybody, so everybody can have the same level of understanding and knowledge. That way, we can keep going up and up. But if there's only a group of people that knows this and understand this, and the 99% doesn't have an idea, don't have the minimal idea that how this reality works and how everything works and what is reality and what we really are, then it's useless, because that little group of people will never be able to evolve into a higher being, because they're not sharing what they knew. So they're just gonna probably come back again to reincarnate again, even that they have a higher level of understanding and spiritual consciousness evolution, because now they're gonna need to come back to share it. When you know this kind of knowledge and having all these experiences, your responsibility is to share it. To share, explain everything, and share everything, and teach other human beings. Because that's the only way that we can evolve, and we can erase borders, divisions, any kind of division. That's the only way, with a higher level of understanding and spiritual consciousness expansion, evolution of our mind, soul, and spirit. That's how we can call it a real, higher dimensional, spiritual, conscious civilization evolves. There's no other way, but that's the best way. That's the way it is. So now this is the start. We're starting fast. So you are not gonna have time to get bored. And right here, this that I'm gonna share with you, I can be 100% sure that most of the things that you're gonna learn here, you have never heard of anywhere. And you're gonna start notice that what I'm gonna share with you, that what you're gonna be learning is coherent and is harmonic, high vibration, and we can call it, I can call it again, coherent knowledge. That one things are going assembling with another thing so you can understand everything better, and some things that right now you don't understand how it works, why these things happen. You're going to start to understand everything and put all the pieces together. So you, after you finish this, you're gonna know more than anybody else on this planet at this time. That's why this is so important to me. I need you to understand it very well and to learn the technique that I'm gonna show you, and to have this. We need to have all these experiences so we can teach others. Because, as I said before, that's the only way that we can evolve as humanity, as a spiritual planetary community. That's the only way. Well, my name is Luis, and this is the beginning of something beautiful and amazing that you are going to experience if you give me the chance. Well, that's it for today. I'll see you next time.